Right now, President Biden is in Milwaukee to tout his policies. We're live in the Cream City with what to expect from his visit. Also, a fourth indictment against former President Trump. We have the details of charges against the GOP frontrunner and 18 others. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon. I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in. We begin with President Biden in Wisconsin for a planned visit to Milwaukee later this afternoon. The visit is likely in part as Biden gears up to run for re-election this fall, targeting crucial states like Wisconsin for the general election. For more on the visit, let's now go live to political reporter Will Keneally, who's in Milwaukee. Will?
Mark, so we're here in a manufacturing facility that helps manufacture parts for wind turbines. We're also expecting this facility specifically to help build recharging stations for electric vehicles. Why Biden is coming here today now is because it's around the 1-year anniversary of the Inflation Reduction Act, essentially talking about a bunch of infrastructure, especially green infrastructure, that the Biden administration has touted in this first term in office. We're expecting Biden to talk about the economy, especially as we shift away from the pandemic-era inflation. Biden administration, especially as they're gearing up for election next year, are trying to kind of turn the page, kind of change the message and tout a positive economic message. We're also here in Milwaukee ahead of a little bit more than a week out from the first Republican presidential debate. We're seeing a lot of attention here in a state that is incredibly crucial for national politics as we head into that big presidential election next year. We'll have coverage throughout the night, but until then, reporting from Milwaukee, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
All right, well, thank you. We'll see you at 4 o'clock. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Greg Barnhart has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Had to throw on a sweatshirt this morning to walk the dogs.
It's definitely more September-like, a fall-like chill to the air with behind all that rain that we had yesterday. Right now, temperatures really more like they should be in September. Low 70s, 72 in Madison to 74 in Lone Rock. So overall, with that north wind blowing, a lot of rain yesterday. A lot of areas picked up over 2 inches. A few areas got less, but quite widespread, especially if you go east and north of Madison, where they had 3 to 4, even 4+ inches too. So definitely will help with the drought situations. Madison itself just shy of 2 inches yesterday. For the month, we're above average now also. And for the first time probably since May or even April, we're almost above average now for the precipitation for the year. So that's all good news concerning the drought. This afternoon, not a cloud hardly in the sky. A few clouds here and there, but otherwise northwest winds will keep those temperatures down. Once again, getting up to about the mid-70s, but once again, plenty of sunshine too. Big picture shows that storm is now pushed well to the west of the area. As we zoom in, not much of a clouds out even upstream. There's a little bit of a system up the north that won't provide much in the way, but also right now, pretty much cloud-free as we go on. That's not what we're really tracking later. Is the system up to the north. That's going to be our next front that we're going to be watching. That's going to come down probably by Wednesday night. But until then, it's going to be pleasant conditions. So feels like September. We'll warm up a little bit tomorrow. Later on, we'll track those storms that are coming Wednesday night. But I think the bigger picture is the heat and humidity. August is coming back probably this weekend and next.
Enjoy today.
Yes.
All right, Greg, thank you. To an update now on one of the deadly crashes that happened on West Washington Avenue last week. The Dane County Medical Examiner's Office has identified the man killed in the second crash. 32-year-old Cortez Brooks of Fitchburg was pronounced dead at the scene of the crash last Thursday near the intersection of South Broome Street and West Wash. The crash was reported at around 12:25 in the morning. Officers said Brooks died of injuries sustained in the crash. An investigation is ongoing. Former President Trump is facing new indictments now, naming him and 18 allies in an alleged criminal conspiracy to overturn the 2020 election results in Georgia. As Christian Benavides reports, these are serious state charges for which there is no such thing as a presidential pardon.
I just want to find 11,780 votes.
That January 2021 phone call between outgoing President Donald Trump and Georgia's Secretary of State launched a 2.5-year investigation, culminating in a criminal indictment handed up last night.
The defendants engaged in a criminal racketeering enterprise to overturn Georgia's presidential election result.
The 41-count indictment names Trump and 18 of his allies, including Chief of Staff Mark Meadows and Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani. Trump himself is facing 13 felony counts, including violating Georgia's RICO Act, a racketeering law used to take down major crime organizations.
What you have is a mandatory minimum sentence for anyone who's convicted. It's a punishment of 5 to 20 years. So there's no walk away from this. There's no probation on this.
Trump has continually maintained his innocence, and in a statement, his legal team accused the DA of trying to force through and rush the indictment.
The Fulton County District Attorney has asked all 19 defendants, including the former president, to surrender here in the next 10 days.
Trump is currently the GOP frontrunner in a bid to get his old job back. Many of his Republican competitors are set to debate in Milwaukee next week.
For now, Trump allies tell CBS News he's leaning against showing up in Milwaukee and instead is focusing on rallying his own supporters as he faces down all of these indictments.
Those include the documents case at his Florida home, the January 6 case in Washington, D.C., and the New York hush money case, all amounting to more legal trouble than has ever faced a former U.S. president. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Atlanta.
And unlike the 3 other criminal cases against the former president, cameras are expected to be allowed in the courtroom in Georgia. The last indictment naming former President Trump also mentions Wisconsin multiple times in the text. In total, Wisconsin is mentioned 9 times in the indictment. At one point, the text details an email from a Trump attorney recommending that Wisconsin meet and cast electoral votes for Trump, despite the fact that he lost the state. If you'd like to read the full indictment or see where Wisconsin is mentioned in it, we have links to both at channel3000.com. Meanwhile, Hunter Biden's legal criminal defense attorney wants off the case. In his request to withdraw, Christopher Clark told a federal judge he could now be called as a witness in future proceedings since the plea agreement will likely be contested. Last week, federal prosecutors say they reached an impasse on the plea deal related to tax offenses and a gun possession charge. Now to Hawaii, where authorities are facing more criticism about what could have been done to prevent so many fatalities in last week's deadly wildfires. At least 99 people were killed and more than 1,000 are still missing. Investigators are trying to determine if the fire was caused by a downed power line. While many are questioning why officials did not shut down the power once winds started to pick up, Hawaiian Electric defended not having a shut-off program like some other utilities, calling the practice controversial.
Not universally accepted. It can be seen as creating a hardship for those customers that have medical needs that are at higher risk.
State officials say 86% of the more than 2,200 structures that were destroyed were residential. Hawaii's governor says starting today, about 1,400 units from an Airbnb are expected to become available for displaced residents. That's in addition to about 400 hotel rooms that have been made available. A Wisconsin-based company is pitching in to help people affected by the Maui wildfires. Century Insurance is donating $275,000 to Maui United Way. The Stevens Point company is also giving $25,000 to the University of Hawaii Maui to pay for tuition and other costs for students who have been affected by the fires. Century says it'll match dollar for dollar donations by its associates and retirees. The company holds deep ties to the island through a PGA tournament event there. A reminder, we want to make sure that every child in Dane County is set up for success this school year. We're partnering with the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County to collect school supplies now through Friday. You can drop off supplies at our studios here on Raymond Road or at any Medcalf's or Walgreens locations. The Boys and Girls Club is looking for all kinds of items, including boxes of markers, pencils and highlighters, pencil cases, notebooks and folders, as well as backpacks, headphones, tissues, hand sanitizer, and much more. You can find a link to their back-to-school wish list on Amazon and donate that way. Also through this story at channel3000.com/back-to-school. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. President Biden hopes to avoid an automaker strike, and Netflix is offering video game streaming for some users. The details coming up in the Money Watch report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, Furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our Flex Steel authorized sale, going on now at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
At USA Insulation, we fix hot homes. Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation. Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. Fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Want it? Here's the number.
Call 833-784-4999 to get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
Which helps me run all of this easily. Kids checkups, scheduled. Work, bust. Treat dispenser, treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer. Work.
Switch to Spectrum One. 300 megabit internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security.
Spectrum One gets it done.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-784-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a store today.
In 2023, iCare Medicare plan members receive $150 a month total for food, OTC products, and more when using the spending account card, plus dental and vision coverage. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
At Bergstrom Automotive, you'll never pay above manufacturer's suggested retail price. That'd be like bringing a sword to a dinosaur fight. Silly. That would be silly. Yes, you'll always pay fair market price and never above MSRP. If you're tired of hearing no, join the Bergstrom Automotive family for the yes. Bergstrom, for the yes. Flex Steel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our Flex Steel authorized sale, going on now at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
UBS has agreed to pay $1.4 billion to settle a lawsuit with the Department of Justice. The U.S. accused the Swiss lender of defrauding investors in its sale of risky mortgage-backed securities in the lead-up to the 2008 financial crisis. Justice Department officials say the payout is, quote, a warning to other players in the financial markets who seek to unlawfully profit through fraud that we will hold them accountable no matter how long it takes. President Biden is urging the big three U.S. car makers and the United Auto Workers Union to work together towards a fair agreement to avoid a strike. The current contract is set to expire in a month. In his statement, the president also said companies should offer good-paying jobs and that steps should be taken to avoid painful plant closures. And Netflix is testing video game streaming with a limited number of users in Canada and the United Kingdom. The company began trialing 2 games, Oxenfree and Molehue's Mining Adventure, yesterday on select TVs. It will then expand to PCs and Macs in the coming weeks. Gamers can download an app to use their cell phones as controllers. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
Checking stocks at the noon hour, the Dow Industrial is down 299 points. The NASDAQ off 94. The S&P 500 down 34. Up next, we'll have today's ag numbers, plus Greg is back with our complete forecast. And then today on Live at 4, M&J Jamaican Kitchen shares some dishes in support of Black Restaurant Week. That's happening now. All they have to offer today at 4.
Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about hot savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 23% off gutters or insulation with any full siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It means we're committed to seeking justice for those injured by someone else's negligence. It means standing up to the insurance company, helping you with your medical bills, and getting you fully compensated for lost time at work. Have questions? When you contact Lawton Cates, there's no charge for our initial consultation, and there's never a fee until we deliver the results you deserve. At Lawton Cates, your life counts. Call today.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
Unbreakable. Stretching is key. You ain't got to tell me because I ain't going to try to do it, girl. Plus, Kelvin Harrison Jr.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
Team up right here in the 608 to give cancer the boot.
Tomorrow, Josh rounds up ways you can help support the Dane and Rock County Relay for Life.
And we do have mild temperatures for now, but we will be cranking up the heat into the weekend tomorrow between 4:30 and 7.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report out of the radio barn today. She's on a farm tour, so here are your farm numbers. Well, groundbreaking gene therapy is creating life-changing possibilities for children with the most common form of muscular dystrophy. Bradley Blackburn explains the treatment and what it means for one family.
When Connor Stoll's parents watch him at the playground, they see hope for his future.
He wants to do a lot of things, and we're like, okay, let's do it. Like, you have that chance now.
Connor was 5 when he was diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, or DMD, the most common form of the genetic disease that causes progressive loss of muscle mass.
We noticed that he was having difficulty running around. He couldn't quite catch up with his peers.
Within months, he joined a clinical trial and became the first patient to receive a single infusion of a new gene therapy. Developed at Nationwide Children's Hospital, the treatment is designed to fix the mutation and slow the disease's progression.
I have devoted my life to this.
Connor's doctor, Jerry Mendel, saw his first Duchenne patient 50 years ago. He envisions one day using the gene therapy on newborns.
If we can do that very early in the treatment, we can essentially rescue the muscle before it's severely damaged. So the breakthrough in this early group will have profound influence on the field.
5 years after his infusion, Connor's parents say they've seen no regression.
A lot of kids his age are losing ambulation and are in wheelchairs. He can still climb stairs. He can still run at his own speed.
Because the therapy is so new, Connor's parents don't know exactly what the future will bring. But it has already given him a childhood that once seemed impossible. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
And until the development of gene therapy, most treatments could only address the symptoms of Duchenne muscular dystrophy, including cortisone steroid medication to slow down the progression of muscle weakness. Temperatures heating up by the end of the week. Greg is back with a complete forecast.
Yeah, we're definitely going to go back to August, but for the meantime, it's not going to be too bad through about Friday, and then things change the weekend. For rain chances, we got a little bit coming Wednesday night. There may be a storm or two next weekend, but a lot of uncertainty with this. Maybe a strong storm too Wednesday night, but that looks better further north. Temperatures really comfortable pretty much through Friday, then things change for the weekend and could continue through at least the first half of next week before maybe we start cooling down. So it could be a stretch of pretty hot and humid conditions. Really, the storm that we're tracking for that Wednesday night is just beginning to push off, and it's going to dig over to Minnesota. Then eventually, as we get towards Wednesday and a Wednesday night, it's going to push a cold front through with some showers and thunderstorms potentially by late Wednesday night, early Thursday. Won't be that much, but we'll have to keep an eye on severe weather threat. Should be mainly to the north, but something we'll keep an eye as it swings through. Cooler air behind that, but that won't be too much. Rainfall, nothing like we saw with this last system. This will be just maybe a ½ inch, quarter half inch, much more to the north, so nothing like we saw with the system that was yesterday. Severe threat, I mentioned that. Up to the north, that'll be late Wednesday. We'll see if these storms can make it all the way down. Right now, it's going to be the middle of the night, so that doesn't pose really a great chance to see severe weather, but we'll see. Timing could change with that. Otherwise, for today, really, it's just going to be that north breeze blowing. The temperature's really comfortable, mid to upper 70s. As we go through tonight, we're just going to see a little bit of cloud cover. The winds will start dying down. You'll wake up to the mid 50s in most areas, or upper 50s tomorrow morning. Clouds will be an increase, but notice tomorrow there'll be the winds approaching with that front ahead of it. The southwest winds will pick up, so quite breezy tomorrow. That'll help boost those temperatures in the afternoon. Probably in the low 80s, maybe a few mid 80s there overall, but still a pretty nice day. But you will notice the winds picking up as the cloud cover begins to approach late in the afternoon with that system. Next week, obviously for this weekend into next week, it's the heat dome to the south is going to begin to build up north into our area. There's still a lot of debate on how far north it's going to get to the weekend, but you can see that as it expands through the weekend, and then it'll actually continue through early next week. But now if this shifts further north, we could get hotter. If it stays south, we may stay a little cooler, and then these systems from the north as they come through, we're going to have to keep an eye on that. As you can see towards early next week, it expands Monday all the way up, but then we start getting into the hottest conditions probably Monday, Tuesday, before then a system comes down. You can see it begin to push this high back down to the south. So by towards the end of next week, we'll probably see it begin to push south and west, this heat dome. So we should start cooling off. But once again, how hot or cool we get really depends on how far north this gets. There's still some debate. If it gets farther, we might be pushing the mid-90s. If it stays further south, we might just be in the upper 80s to 90s. We will have the humidity with all the rainfall and the precipitation that we've had. We're going to see that too. This climate prediction center has a slight risk for excessive heat. That's why there's still a little bit of debate. There's a little bit more confidence further south. They're going to see the hotter temperatures. Once again, we'll see if this changes, but something to keep in mind up through the weekend and early next week activities. You're going to need hydration, and with that heat and definitely the humidity with the dew points probably getting close to 70, and the 10-day forecast reflects that. Pretty comfortable through Friday, 80, and then we start heating up Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Once again, it could be the upper 80s to mid-90s. A lot of uncertainty with the actual temperatures, and then we should start cooling off towards the end of the week. We could see a thunderstorm or two, but that's a little bit uncertain too. So definitely going to be a change next week, something to prepare for any outdoor activities that you will have in mind, that you're going to be dealing with some heat and humidity.
We'll get the dog days of summer back.
Yes, and we're just getting close to the end of that, and September's right around the corner. But you feel like September today. That's a nice thing.
It is nice, refreshing.
It is.
Greg, thank you. There's more to come on News Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
If you love the fresh taste of guacamole, we have a recipe that'll turn these into this in less than 5 minutes. Yup, it's fast, tasty, and ooh, it's so good.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Save on your next painting project with 11% off everything at Menards. Freshen up your home with Dutch Boy Forever interior paint. It features Arm & Hammer odor-eating technology. A gallon is only $29.98 after rebate. Platinum Plus is an ultra-premium interior paint and primer in one that offers a highly scrubbable and washable finish that resists the roughest stains. Pick up a gallon today for only $36.98 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Summer fun means one thing. It's time to visibly say goodbye to crow's feet, fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye bags, and say hello to smooth, beautiful, younger-looking skin in 10 minutes with Plexiderm.
Oh my God. I can't believe I have no lines in my face. I'm like 20 years younger.
Plexiderm smooths away wrinkles without foundation, without color makeup, and without expensive procedures. And it works in 10 minutes. Plus, the results last up to 10 hours. And best of all, you could try it for only $14.95 this summer.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. There's been creams, there's been lotions. Nothing works like this.
We were away on vacation. If you go down to the islands, they always want to take you in a booth and put some stuff on you. And my husband said, boy, that stuff really works. And I said, I washed this off hours ago. This is Plexiderm. This is what works.
When I tried Plexiderm the first time, my daughter said, oh, Dad, did you get a haircut? And I said, no, I tried this Plexiderm product out. Oh, you look so much younger. I said, oh, thank you.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing under-eye bags and wrinkles from view in minutes. The science is incredible, but the results are even better.
Yeah, this looks really good. All these lines are gone. Amazing. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I look amazing. That's like so full of myself.
I've had under-eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm. I put it on my face, and I'm not joking. It works.
So take action this summer and pack up your under-eye bags and wrinkles and put them on vacation with Plexiderm. Try our summertime special and get it for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Here in the test kitchen, we're big fans of guacamole. It's the perfect dip for chips and makes our salads and nachos extra special. Spread it on toast, which happens to be pretty trendy right now, and it's a great way to jumpstart your day. And so you never have to worry about running out of it. We have a quick throw-together version that's done in minutes. We start by cutting a couple of ripe Hass avocados, like this. We remove the pit and cut each one in half again. At this point, it's super simple to cut away the peel. Now, mash them with a fork until they're as smooth as you like. We add some finely chopped tomato and onion, a bit of garlic powder, and a little salt. And to give it zing, we add a squeeze of lime, which also prevents it from turning black. After mixing everything together, it's ready to go. And if you like your guacamole a little spicier, go ahead and add some chopped jalapeno peppers to it. There you have it, a from-scratch guacamole that takes less than 5 minutes to throw together from start to finish. Although you can serve this all sorts of ways, my favorite way is to dip a chip and enjoy. To get the recipe for what we call our fast guacamole, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a fast, fresh, and flavorful way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
And here's Greg with one last look at the forecast.
Yeah, it's going to be a great day to be outside, to do any type of dining activity outside this evening. We're looking at temperatures really around the mid-70s, and then this afternoon and then this evening, we'll be in the low 70s, maybe a little bit of chill there, but notice the wind, too, that's going on, too. Otherwise, warmer tomorrow.
All right, that's our time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.